and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Sierra and thank you so much for joining me today. So today we're doing a video I haven't done in a while, and that is a get to know me video. The last one I made was back in July, I believe, of last year. So we're gonna do an updated get to know me video. I have my computer here and I have just a list of questions that I found on the internet. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So the first question is, what time do I go to bed? I'm 20 years old and I go to bed between like 9:30 and 10:30. I get tired super early. I don't know why. I used to be such like a night owl. I would stay up till like 1, 2 in the morning, and now I'm more of a morning person. Who is my celebrity crush? That is an easy one. The answer is Taylor Swift. The next question is, what was my favorite subject in high school? And I feel like the only answer is English. I loved English class, except for when it came to presenting and working in groups. But that was the same with any subject. I was not a fan of group projects. Next question, what was my first job? I'm not gonna say the name of the job on here just because I already made some videos about them and I'm not looking to get sued. But it was a fast food job and I worked there for 2.5, almost 3 years, I believe. What is the first item on my bucket list? I feel like there's a couple. I've always really wanted to go skydiving. I don't know if that would be the first one. I feel like I would get up on the plane and then chicken out and not jump. I also think it would be really fun to do like a cross-country road trip. I've always really wanted to do that. Who was the first band or artist you saw in concert? The first concert I went to was a music festival. It was Sad Summer Fest, and that year it was All Time Low headlining. And there was also like Grayscale in the main there, so just a whole group of first artists. How many siblings do I have? I have 2. They are both brothers, one older than me and one younger than me. Do I prefer the city or the country? I live in a small town. I grew up in a small town. It's the type of town where you cannot go to the grocery store without running into somebody that you know. And despite how beautiful the area that I live is, I cannot stand always having to worry about who I'm going to run into when I go to the grocery store or when I'm at work, you know. And I hate it. I don't want to see people I know in public. So for that, I would probably say city. What social media platform do I use the most? I feel like I post the most definitely on YouTube, but I spend the most time scrolling through TikTok. So if they ban it, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. What are your life goals? I have quite a few. I would say the one at like the top of my list is I've always really loved writing. I've always been such a big fan of like creating stories and writing books, but I've always really wanted to get a book published. I would say that's definitely at the top of my list of goals. Besides that, I think it would be really cool to have a book I write turned into a movie or a TV show. What is my favorite book? I read this book a while ago. It was called At the Edge of the Universe, I believe, and that book has stuck with me ever since I read it in a way that no other book really has. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend. What are your hobbies? I feel like all of my hobbies pertain around being somewhat creative. Like, I love making videos, I love writing, I love drawing, painting, all that type of stuff. I also love being outside. I recently found out what bocce ball is, and I love playing that. It's so much fun. I love going on hikes, I love going swimming, I love being outdoors. I feel like I thrive the most when it's sunny out and warm out and I can go outside and be active. But besides that, just finding a way to express myself creatively. What is my coffee order? I feel like it changes every single time we go get coffee. We go to Dutch Bros more than anything else, and my typical go-to Dutch Bros order is a large iced Golden Eagle, and I've just started getting it with extra caramel drizzle. What was my dream job as a kid? I had a lot. I went through a lot of different dream jobs. The first one that I really remember wanting to do was being a veterinarian. I feel like almost every kid has that phase where they want to be a veterinarian. And then I remember wanting to be a journalist. I really wanted to be a journalist because I love writing. And then it kind of piggybacked into wanting to maybe be a psychologist. And I went through a million different job ideas. What phone do I have? I have an iPhone 10. What is your favorite TV show quote? I don't know if I necessarily have like a favorite TV show quote. The one that comes to mind is from the show Arrow, because my fiance and I have been rewatching the Arrowverse shows, and there's this one quote where Oliver Queen, the Arrow, goes, "I wanted to and I liked it," and it's just such like an impactful, powerful moment, and you're like, oh my god. So probably that one. How many countries have I traveled to? I have been to 2 countries. I've been to Mexico and Canada. Who are some of your favorite YouTubers? I feel like I've answered this on the first video I made. I'll just answer it again really quick. Some of the ones that come to mind: Cody Ko, Drew Gooden, Curtis Connor, Danny Gonzalez, like that side of YouTube. I really like Jacqueline Glenn on more of like the political commentary spectrum. And then on like the lifestyle side, just all the original lifestyle girlies from like the beginning of YouTube. What is the first thing I do after going home from work? I immediately lay in bed and scroll through TikTok. What sports did I play in high school? I did soccer. I was on the varsity soccer team, and I say that like it's such a flex, but our school only had a varsity girls soccer team, and I sucked at it. What is my favorite movie? I don't think I have a favorite movie. I like such a range of movies. The Scream franchise, may it rest in peace, comes to mind. I really love those movies. Are they my favorite? I don't think so. There's a lot of good like MCU movies that I love, but I don't know if I could just pick like one favorite movie. That's a lie. My favorite movie, since I cannot choose one, is the Eras Tour movie. Thank you. Do I like dogs or cats more? In case you couldn't tell by what's going on behind me, I prefer cats. What is my favorite drink? That is an easy question. Root beer, specifically Barq's root beer. Let me know in the comments down below what kind of root beer you like the most, like A&W, Barq's, Mug. Barq's is the only right answer though. How many languages do you speak? I only speak 1, and I really want to learn more languages. I just have to commit myself to that. What is my nickname? I don't really have a nickname because Sierra can't really be shortened into anything. My parents specifically wanted to give me a name that couldn't be shortened, and I kind of hate them for that. But they kind of call me Sierra Biera, my parents do. And whether or not that's a nickname I like, I will just leave it there. Sierra Biera. What is my go-to fast food order? Currently, it's been Wendy's, the Cobb salad they have with extra blue cheese. What is my favorite Netflix show? Currently, I'd probably have to say The Umbrella Academy. Kind of underrated, but really good. How many boyfriends/girlfriends have you had altogether? Like 5 or 6, depending on if you count one as like an actual relationship, like 5 or 6. Where do I currently live? I currently live in my hometown, which is somewhere in Northern California. Am I single or taken? I am taken. I am engaged. What year were you born? I was born in 2004. My birthday, fun fact about me, my birthday is 1-2-3-4 because I was born on January 1st on the 23rd in 2004. So I can never use my birthday as a password for anything. How tall are you? I am 5'4". If you could live anywhere, where would it be? I think I would want to live someplace on the ocean. I've always loved like the Monterey area. Super expensive, but such a beautiful area. And I think it'd be so cool to just be able to walk to the ocean every day. What is your idea of a dream date? I feel like anything I don't have to plan. I feel like if it's something that my significant other thinks up and is like, hey, meet me here, we're doing this, or like it's a surprise. And anything that's more interactive. I don't really like movie dates that much. I like being able to talk and do things with my significant other. So anything like that. What are some of your favorite TV shows? Currently, probably the Arrowverse TV shows, just because that's what we've been watching. What is my favorite store? The first store that comes to mind, I don't know if it's like a specific California chain or not, but there is a store called The Cave. I love The Cave. It's like a pop culture sort of store. They have vinyls and CDs and like Funkos and movies and all that fun stuff. Love The Cave. Do I have any allergies? I do. I feel like it's more of just like a pollen grass allergy. I'm also allergic to cinnamon gum specifically, not cinnamon itself, but cinnamon gum. It's one of the ingredients, like the fake cinnamon that they put in it, that I am actually very allergic to, and it will make my throat swell up. And then we are just going to end this video off on a doozy, and the question is, have you ever saved someone's life? And this is a fun story. Not really. It's kind of traumatizing. But we were at the river. It was me, my parents, and my little brother. It was their anniversary trip down to the river. They were doing like gold panning or whatever. And my dad was like off doing his own thing. No one knows where he was. And my mom, me, and my little brother, who doesn't know how to swim, were sitting on the rocks by the river. And my little brother, starts going in, and then he just drops under the water. And my mom freaks out. She like throws herself into the river. And at this point, I'm still on like the rocks, like what's even happening right now? And so she's in there, she grabs him, and she's not the strongest swimmer either, and she was also freaking out. So she's trying to keep herself up and him up, but by doing so, she's pushing him down as like a kind of like a buoy to keep herself above the water. So his head just is fully under the water. She's screaming for help. I jump in. I'm like, give him to me. So she gives me the child, and I just kind of call out to help from some people who were like walking by. It was like these two older guys, and I pass my little brother off to them, and yeah, so that was fun. And with that was just some more facts about me. Get to know me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love making videos like this. If you did, please leave it a like and subscribe down below. I really, really appreciate it. If there's anything you want to see from me, comment that down below. I'm always looking for good video recommendation ideas because sometimes I don't know what to make. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.